This is a project I started 2 years ago. It's kind of fallen apart since then, but the plan was I wanted to make a city with all kinds of graffiti and art everywhere. It's fun colors. It's kind of the opposite of your usual beat up sci-fi city. And for today, I wanted to not only fix it up, but I want to expand it and make it better than it ever has been. The reason this project's happening is because of two games I played last year that had places that got me excited about building my own. So this is Sludge Life. You know, it's kind of a wacky city with graffiti and murals everywhere, where the architecture doesn't really make sense. The things people say don't make sense, and I just thought it was really a very pretty and cool place to be. The other game that really inspired this was High on Life, specifically the slums area. It's built out of random scrap metal and whatever they could find. Everything is sinking into the sludge, but it's still a really pretty area. Going beyond even today's video, I'd like to make a little series where I make my own city that's sinking into the sludge. We'll take a little bit from both of these and add in some things I like on my own, like cathedral architecture and Dr. Seuss and aliens. I guess aliens already there. Maybe that's why I like them so much. So anyway, we're gonna get into it. I found this pie container. It had like a slice of pie in it, and I thought it would make a cool rooftop pool. So there you can see what I'm envisioning. This is actually the Florida themed part of the project. I didn't mention that as inspirations, but Florida really is. And this is like a kind of a fishing dock I'm adding onto the side. I thought it would be cool to have the walkway change materials halfway up it. So that's what I did. And now, spray painting of the pool. Of course, I don't want to paint straight onto that glossy plastic. That would be pretty miserable. The paint just would not stick. And then come in and making it all grimy. I did say it was a Florida pool, so there's going to be definitely a tide line. And I actually decided to have it be like an empty pool where all the water had been drained out a long time ago. And then to complete the old pool look, I added some graffiti onto the side. I really like the way it came out, but it's pretty hard to paint. I have to be focused, and so honestly I didn't put as much on this as I really should have, and I might have to come back to it once I'm ready to focus on it and do my best again. I ended up doing 2 rounds of 3D prints for this project to get more windows and doors and that kind of thing. This is what the plate looked like. It was an angel in the printer. No issues at any point, really. You can see some of the furniture I went for. I actually printed off a dome, like a sci-fi dome, that was measured perfectly to cover up the can part of the tower, because I thought that kind of broke the immersion, having the can. I felt like my UV light was doing a noticeably worse job than it has in the past. That I might just be impatient, honestly, but is that a thing? I don't know. Anyways, setting them off to dry, and I'll be able to start using them when they're dried off. Painting on some itty-bitty graffiti, all kinds of different styles. And then I am gluing a drain into the pool. It's actually a drain I've had pre-made for years. And I glued a door into the unfinished wall. And to hide the seams, I covered it with some cards. If you're a Magic player and you wanted Primal Visitation for your deck and you're pissed off I cut it, I don't believe you. Also, I still have like half the card anyway. Then I pulled out the watercolors, which I haven't done on a 3D project like this, maybe since this project 2 years ago, but it is a fun-ass time. I don't know why I stopped. It looks cool. It's super easy. It's like, it's a nice break from all that teeny little graffiti detail work. Started painting up the door, gave it a color scheme I wasn't really happy with. I ended up going back and changing it before I was done. And then I added in a wire dangling from the little bridge area, painting up the sci-fi dome, and gluing it onto the can. Hopefully you can see what I mean about hiding the can shape. And it just looks awesome. I'm really happy with that. Gluing in some church windows now. They kind of clash with the theme, but also, like, what even is the theme? Just things that are cool. I painted up a couch for the roof, and I called it a day. Hey, so I got this giant mat, and next video I'm going to turn it into a big sludge ocean for the whole city to be in. And maybe there'll be some boats, some other stuff. It's going to be a cool video. So stay tuned. Sludge City Part 2 coming right up.